Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome once more to today's um work. I'm still working on FL Studio. Like I said, I'll be progressing from FL Studio to other software, but right now I'm working on FL Studio. So I actually did this beat just to show you guys, those of you that were not there on the last video, please check out of my video. I want to show you guys how to move everything I played right now to my mixer. So first of all, nothing is balanced. I just play the sounds. I've not balanced anything. I've not panned any of the sound yet. I just finished doing this right now. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to put it on my Airbit, or I put it in my BeatStar, and then also in my SoundCloud. So you guys please go support your guy. My name is GMU, and I'm a music producer, a choir director, and songwriter, and the rest of them by the grace of God. So please support your boy GMU, and then God's gonna bless you. So today I'm gonna play this beat. It's very rough. It's not yet balanced. I just did a rough work, and I want to show you guys. Just play it for you. So you guys can hear as everything is rough. The pad, the choir pad, everything is just noisy and very loud. So and from my previous video, you saw how I moved everything to the mixer. So the first step, we're done playing all our sounds. You can see it's still on audio, and then you put it in all. So it's all, these are all the sounds I played on this particular instrumental. So the first thing I do is that um um I think there's no pan in here yet, so everything is still on 12 o'clock. Everything is still in 12 o'clock, so I'm going to do the panning on my mixer. Sometimes I do the panning here, or I do it on my mixer. So what I want to do now is that I want to move everything to my mixer, where I'm going to balance it before I start adding my effects. So the first thing I do is to check there's a box here. There's a box here always, and I'm using FL21 for now. So there's a box here. What you do is that you double click on this box, double click, and then it's going to highlight every sound you played on this instrumental. And then the next thing is to go to your view mixer. This is our mixer. You click on it, is to bring out the mixer. So the next thing you do is to what? Make sure you start on this insert one. Don't start from this master, if not you're going to have some trouble. So you start from this mixer one, and then I will advise you to off your Fruity limiter, except you want to keep it on. There's no problem about it, but I like offing my own, so that at the end of the instrumentals I'm going to apply it. So for now, we are starting from insert one. You put your cursor on your insert one, click on it. It's going to be highlighted like this. Then you right click on the mixer one. When you right click, you will see routing. You will see routing. So you route it, and then there's going to be two drop box here, 1 and 2, and then you put it on the second one. Route select channel starting from this track. You're telling the computer, or say start from this track one, start from this insert one. So I want to start from this insert one. So you go routing, and then you drop it on this insert one. You see all the sound automatically, they get to, they start from the insert one. And then my first sound on this view channel rack, on this channel rack, is my kick. So if you check here too, it's still the same kick, because I started from number one. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do some balancing, very important, before I start applying my effects and the rest of them. So the first thing I always do, I like reducing my kick to give it headroom, and all the instrument to follow in line. So what I do is that's my kick. So that's the kick, and then I want to highlight where I want the instrument to be repeating. So what you do, you click on control, and then you click on where you want it to start repeating. So you click from here to here, and then you leave it. It's going to be repeating. It's going to be looping and repeating itself. So what I do is that I don't actually like this kick But for the sake of these instrumentals, I'm going to still leave the kick because I'm always showing you guys what to do here. So the first thing I do is that I don't like the way the kick is sounding. I don't like the way the kick is sounding. There's a lot of noise I don't want on the kick. So what I do is let me try and see. Let me balance everything first before I start applying the effect. So that's a kick, and then that's a shaker. That's a rim shot. That's a snare drum. That's a guitar. That's a guitar. So I've tried to reduce some of the instrument down so that I can have a headroom for my mix. So and now I want to start working with I want to start with the kick. I like starting with the kick for no reason. I just love starting with the kick. So the first thing I'm gonna do is work on my kick first. So let me see. Like I said the last time, because of I'm doing some I'm working with you guys here on YouTube, showing you guys this. So I just like doing my job very fast so that I will keep the time. I don't waste you guys time. Just I try to do my best to be fast. So that's why you see me using stock plugins here. So what I want to do is I don't like some frequency the kick is giving me. So I want to look for those frequencies that are bad for the kick, and then see how I can remove it or try to reduce it. So the first thing I do is to just cut. You see that? You see the miracle? It's like a miracle. It's like somebody that was having paint on his ears, was having serious paint inside his ears, and then you just apply an ear drop on the ear, and then all of a sudden the noise is gone. That's just what happened right now. I just applied the right tools, the right medicine, and then the noise is gone. So that's it. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. Huh. So the next thing I want to do is look for my snare drum. Okay, I'm going to compress that and see I can make it bigger. So if you were following my other class, I told you guys I like putting reverb on my rim shots and my snare drum. So on my kick, not every time I use reverb, depending the genre. So let me just see if I can just add a little compressor here on this. So I just like using presets when I'm doing YouTube stuff, working with you guys here. I just like using presets to make everything fast. I don't like wasting time, but unfortunately I always come out wasting you guys time. Not wasting actually, but spending a lot of time here. So I think on this image, on this rim too, I'm going to see what I'm going to do with EQ. Let me see what I can do with this EQ. I'm just looking for sweet spot. So for me, that's a sweet spot for me on these instrumentals. So I'm going to give it a little bit reverb. I just like giving this little reverb. Guys, don't forget, I said you guys should always save in 2 places. So I've not really set a folder for this, so I'm going to save it Duncan for now. That's the reason why I'm saving it Duncan. So Duncan, that's the folder I created for it. I told you guys always save on zip. If you watch the other previous video, I gave you guys the reason why I said you guys should always save on zip. So go watch other videos. So I'm going to save this Duncan, copy to later, Duncan. For now, I'm going to save it Duncan. So that's A. So I'm going to save it Duncan and save it in another name with another name. Just name it Duncan B for now. So that's it. I saved it twice. I like that sound, but it's too pinchy in the ear. This one I just played now, so let me see if I can find the spot that's too loud. Okay. I like that. I think I should give it a little bit reverb. A little reverb, just. Okay, the next thing here. So I want to pan it and just take it to one side of my speaker. So this is a rim. Let me compress the sound. Like I said earlier, I'm just using this preset just to like I'm going to show you guys the function of everything I'm doing with time. I'm just going to teach you guys how the compressor work and everything. But for now, just use your ears to observe the changes you see, or you hear rather. Use your eyes to see what I'm doing, and use your ears to observe the function of the compressor. And then I'm going to show you guys with time the function of it. And then I'm using preset, like I said, because I want you guys to just see different. With time, I'm going to show you how, even though you don't want to use a preset, how you can set the compressor and then get what you want. So let me just pan this guitar to one side. If you're using an headphone, you will see how it's moving. You guys, if you're using, I advise you to use headphone. So I don't like some side of the guitar, so let me just look for the spot I don't like in this guitar. It's all about what I want. It's all about what I want. It's not a rule. It's not a rule. Everything I'm doing here does not have a rule. I don't work on the rule people teach online. I just work on what I hear, and then this is what I want to achieve, and this is what I like. And then if I combine them together, they sound together and they sound good, I work with it. If it doesn't sound good, I repeat again. There's no rule for you to say, okay, cut this frequency, reduce this frequency, do this. It's what you, the sound engineer, the mix engineer, want. That's what you mix. And then sometimes if you're mixing for an artist, and then sometimes I like asking the artists, how do you want the song to sound? Some of them will say, I don't really have, I just want a good sound. And some of them will say, okay, I want it to sound like this person. I want the instrumental to sound like this. So that's what we do. We don't actually work with people's protocol. We work with what we want and then what the artists want mainly. And at the end of it, you're supposed to make sure the music sounds good. That's it. Okay, that's one of the bass. Now, if you observe, this is not a pan button. This knob here is not a pan button. If you observe, this is a pan button. Pan means you move, either you move this sound left or to the right. Sometimes you listen to music and then you hear some instruments sounding on the left or right. Now, this instrument is working as a bass. This is a bass. Like, it has a low frequency, more of low frequency, and this is, I want it to be a bass. So we always put the bass at the middle. It's like a constant rule, but it's not actually constant, because you're a mix engineer. You can decide to manipulate and make your sound different, but it's always good to make it the kick and the bass, always put it in the middle. But now what happened here right now, I did a stereo separation. I did a stereo separation. This function as stereo separation. So I did a stereo separation so that when the kick is banging, the bass is not going to be banging with it much. So it's like I am giving the kick more room for it to function more, and then making the bass guitar work in its own without clashing with the kick actually. So that's what is happening here. That's why I'm doing stereo separation. So this button here function as stereo separation. Now if you observe, this other sound now is playing like a bass. This one I just on now. So let me compress it to make it come out more better, and then see what I'm going to do. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm doing so far. If you don't understand, drop your message. I'm going to reply you. When I have the time, I will surely reply you when I have the time. So if you have a question rather, if you have a question or you have some correction to make, I'm free to listen. As producers or upcoming producers or professionals, we always tend to listen and then try new things, because one man is not the knowledge of all. You don't have all the knowledge in the world, so you learn. And it is very important for you to learn, because when you learn, you become better, and then you discover you'll be making the right decision or the wrong decision during your mixing. So we learn. So I'm listening. Whatever you have to say, or whatever question you have to ask, or whatever correction, my number will always be on the description, or my email that I'm going to reply you, or I'm going to reply you on the chat on when you drop your message. So let me allow the whole beat to play and see if I can adjust one or two stuff, and then let me show you guys what happened in this bass. If you observe, this sound actually is playing on the low frequency like a bass, this particular one. And you observe what I did here. I stereo expanded, or I expanded this sound, like separate this sound, let it be sounding wider. And then this other one also sound like bass, but what I did is that I make it become mono, like the level of the mono is so tight that it's sounding in the middle of the speaker. and then this other one I'm leaving it in the middle, totally in the middle. So what happened that 3 of them, even though they are playing together, you're still going to hear them very well. You're still going to hear each of the instrument playing on its own frequency, and there's nothing distorting, and none of them is fighting. So all of them have headroom, have where they play, and even though you play it in any speaker, any frequency, it's still going to be playing very well. That's one of the tricks in mixing, that you make sure everything is not clashing and everything has its own place, so that when the vocal come in, the vocal has its own place too, so nothing is fighting. The mix is going to be clear and sweet. So take note, guys. Everything I say here is very important, and then I'm sounding or speaking from experience. So I want you guys to have experience before time, so you understand, you learn. In this channel, you learn, not just showing you what to do. I tell you secret in mixing that professionals have been teaching over the years, that I've joined classes and I've learned over the years. So guys, please, if you love this video, please subscribe to this channel. I know the video is long, I'm sorry guys, but I just have to always teach you guys what to do. So that's it. Let me try something here and see. Okay, what happened here? You guys are wondering what just happened here. Now this is a roll. This is a roll that was already made, so I just carried it and just fixed it, and it worked. So that's what just happened there right now. I always put those rolls before the chorus. So let me see this. I just copy them. Okay, I love it this way. So we're almost done with this instrumental. Please, if you love this instrumentals, if you love what I'm doing, if you love what I'm doing, you love your understanding what I'm doing, please just subscribe to the channel and then click on the thumbs up. You see a thumbs up there, and then drop your message or like the video, and then share it. It's gonna do a lot for me and for you too, because you're going to be seeing every post I post. So click on the notification bell, very, very important. So Now, if you listen to the instrumental, it sounds a little bit empty, but why I kept those spaces in case a guitarist want to come. So if you love the instrumental, you feel you can work with it, you can record with it, or you want to give your producer this the stem of this beat, feel free to send me a message. It just costs a few dollars, and then we're good to go. I'm going to give you the full license of this beat, but you're going to be a subscriber to my channel before I'll give you a subsidized price. I always put them on Airbit or BeatStar, or I sell it directly from my website, or you send me a message that I need the stem, I need the data, I need the stem and everything of it. I'm going to send you, it just costs a few dollars. So hit me up, man, and then we work together. So for now, I'm going to leave this beat like this for whoever wants it, and then if you want it and you want your producer to work on it, I'm going to give you everything, and then that is it. So I'm going to increase the instrumentals volume a little and just compress it a little, or I just leave it for you guys to just go and do the remaining of the job. So take care of yourself as the instrumental is going on, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So thank you very much, guys. One love. Thank you for staying till this time. God bless you. One love.